Okay, today we'll do another part. This is the internal bisector theorem. Internal bisector theorem states that the internal bisector of an angle, the internal bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the opposite sides internally in the ratio of the sides containing the angle. That means if there is a triangle A, B, C, and if there is an internal bisector of this triangle, suppose AD is the internal bisector of the angle A. Suppose AD is the internal bisector of the angle A. So that means angle BAC is bisected by AD. So that means angle BAD must be equals to angle DAC. If this is true, if this happens, then we can always say, if it is given to us that AD is the internal bisector of angle BAC, if it is given to us, then we can always say that AB by AC is equals to AB by AC. AB के side में BD, so BD by DC. We can always say AB by AC is equals to BD by DC. But if you want to say AC by AB, then you can say CD by BD. That is quite obvious, right? So from whichever side you take, okay, by this side, then if you have taken from this side, then this by this. If this by this, then this by this. So in that way we understand this theorem. So that means its application is that if there is a triangle and if this is the bisector, if there is a triangle and if this is the bisector, if there is a triangle and if this is the bisector, then always, if this is 5 centimeter, this is 10 centimeter, this will be maybe 1 centimeter, this will be 2 centimeter, because 5 by 10 must be equals to 1 by 2 in that way. If this is suppose given x centimeter, this is given 7 centimeter, this is given 4 centimeter, this is given 6 centimeter, then we can find x by doing this way. If this is the bisector, then x by 4 must be equals to, x by 7 must be equals to 4 by 6. Okay, same will be the case of this. If this length is A centimeter, this length is B centimeter, this length is C centimeter, and this length is D centimeter, then A by B must be equals to D by C. A by B must be equals to D by C. This is what internal bisector theorem means. Now comes the proof of internal bisector theorem. So how to prove the internal bisector theorem? This statement you already know, that the if a line divides any angle of a triangle internally, then it breaks down the opposite side of the angle into a ratio which is equal to the ratio of the containing sides, or ratio of the sides which contain the angle. So that clearly means that if there is a triangle, if ABC is a triangle and if AD is the bisector of the angle BAC internally, then BC is the opposite side of the bisected angle. So BD will be broken down in such a way that it is equal to the ratio of the containing sides. AB and AC are the sides which contain the angle. So in that way it is written. Okay, that is the meaning of the statement. Now how to prove it? To prove it, what you have to do is you have to take this angle and draw an angle equal to it, and after you draw it, you join the another arm. This line will be parallel to this line. It's not looking parallel. Leave it, I'll draw again, because it will be alternate interior angles. No, suppose this is it. Okay, so this is the bisector. Now if you draw an angle which is equal to this angle here, then you will get a parallel side like this. Okay, it is going into the other diagram, don't be confused. Okay, so this line will be parallel to this line, then you just have to join this. Okay, I mean join this one straight jaake join. Okay, so what you have done, you have construct a line. If this is the ABC, you have construct a line CY, let this be Y, CY constructed parallel to AD, because you have constructed this equals to this. These are alternate interior angles. So this is how you draw the diagram. Draw the diagram neatly in your copy. Here you can see I have drawn it properly, and if you notice here, as you have constructed AD, you have constructed AD parallel to CY, because when you have made intentionally these angles equal, then they actually become alternate interior angles. This becomes the transversal, and you have extended and made it join at the point Y. Okay, now the fact is this, that as because this line is parallel to this line in this big triangle BYC, if you can see the triangle BYC, can you see the triangle BYC? In the triangle BYC, you can see this line is parallel to this line. Okay, so that means BD by DC must be equals to BA by AY, which is by Thales theorem, right? Or basic proportionality theorem. You can write Thales theorem also, but basic proportionality theorem also. So you get this after writing the construction and everything. Now the fact is this, that angle 1 and angle 4 are equal. Angle 1 and angle 4 is equal because these are corresponding angles. So as because they are corresponding angles, so this angle 1 and 4 is equal. But 2 and 3 is already equal by construction, or because AD is parallel to, you can say, alternate interior angles. So 1 is equals to 4, 2 is equals to 3, and you are given 1 is equals to 2. You are given 1 is equals to 2. So when you are given 1 is equals to 2. So from this 1 is equals to 4, 2 is equals to 3, and 1 is equals to 2, so 4 should be equals to 3. So from there, therefore angle 4 is equals to angle 3. But if angle 4 is equals to angle 3, then in a triangle these two angles will be equal. So if two angles in a triangle are equal, then this side and this side is equal. That is, angles opposite to equal sides of a sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. If a triangle is there, two angles are equal, then this side and this side are equal. That is, sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. So therefore from that we get in triangle AYC, if you can see the triangle AYC, you will get AY is equals to AC. Sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. You have to write sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. So now when you have this, you have to give this name equation number 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Here you have to write from 1 and 3. Okay, and here maybe this is equation number 4, later on you have shown, and this is equation number 5. Now BD by DC is equals to BA by AY, but in place of AY you can write AC. In place of AY you can write AC, so it becomes BA by AC. Got my point? It is, I hope you have understood how I have linked it. So you can see in your book you have got the complete writing of the entire thing. Okay, how they write and the same construction. So at first you have to prove BD by DC. BD by DC is equals to AB by AC. Then you have to construct CE, which is parallel to AD or DA, and BA is produced to E to meet at E. Now since C is parallel to DA and AC cuts them, AC is the transversal, so 2 is equals to 3. Alternate interior angles, see they have given equation name 1, then alternate interior angles. So 1 is equals to 4, corresponding angles, that is equation 2, and 1 is equals to 2, which is your given, as because AD is the bisector of angle A, which is your given quantity, because they have said it is bisector. Then from 1 and 2, this is the way we write, because 2 is equals to 3 and 1 is equals to 4, so that's why, and 1 is equals to 2, so 1 is equals to 2 and 1 is equals to 4, 2 is equals to 3, so 3 and 4 are equal, so 3 and 4 are equal, so 3 and 4 here are equal. So this was equals to this was equals to this, these two are themselves equal, so these two are equal. Okay, so that is the thing. So thus in triangle AC we have angle 3 is equals to angle 4. So AE is equals to AC, AE becomes equals to AC. How? Because these are sides which are opposite to equal angles of a triangle ACE. So when we write BD by DC equals to BA by AE, BD by DC equals to BA by AE by basic proportionality theorem, because in this triangle BEC, this big triangle BEC, this by this must be equals to this by this, because this is parallel to this Thales theorem, and hence we will replace it from here and we will get our result. So if it is BD by DC equals to AB by AE, so BD by DC equals to AB by AC. Why? Because in place of AE I can put AC. So that is how it becomes true. Okay, so if you remember what was taught in the last class is that the proof of the theorem that if there is an internal bisector of a angle in a triangle ABC, then what actually will happen is that AB by AC will give you BD by DC. Okay, AB by AC will give you BD by DC. So in that way we should remember the proof of this theorem and some applications of this theorem was understood by us in the previous class. That was a short class. Today I'll try to take a lengthy class of it. Look look at this particular sum, in figure 7.41, AD is the bisector of angle A, AD is the bisector of angle A, BD 4 centimeter, DC 3 centimeter, AB 6 centimeter, find AC. So it's the simplest for sum in the world. Okay, so AB by AC equals to BD by DC, but BD by DC equals to AB by AC, 4 by 3 equals to 6 by AC. So from there you can find out the value easily. If we see the next sum, AD is the bisector of angle BAC. Where is AD? This is the AD. Is the bisector of angle BAC. AB equals to 10. AB equals to 10. AC equals to 14. AC equals to 14. Fine. BC equals to 6. BC is equals to 6. Fine. This entire BC. Find this BD and DC. So what they have done? They have, as because the entire BC is 6. So one portion is 6 minus x, one portion is x. X and 6 minus x will give you what we can say 6. So this will form a quarter. Let's see. I think AB. So AB by AC will be x by 6 minus x. So from there x ka value is taken out, and easily both the values can be taken out. Okay. So these sums are as simple as that. Now here if you see. It is little bit more tough. If the diagonal BD of quadrilateral ABCD bisects both angle B and D, show that AB by BC equals to AD by CD. Even the diagram on this type of sums shouldn't be given to you, because if the diagonal BD of quadrilateral ABCD, so you have to draw a quadrilateral ABCD, then diagonal BD you have to draw. Then you have to imagine that the diagonal BD has bisected the angle entire B of the quadrilateral and D of the quadrilateral. Then you have to show AB by BC is equals to AD by CD, which is very simple to show. Try to show it. Okay, you can write down this question by pausing the video here or screenshotting the video here. Okay, please write down the question and do this question. You can take help of your mathematics book, but I will request you not to copy it. How you can do, how to do mathematics, I have always said you, just see in your mathematics book. Okay, this is page number 7.24 in my mathematics book. I don't know in your R.D. Sharma book what it is, but it is a similarity chapter angle bisector section. Okay, similarity chapter angle bisector section. So anyway, you can take screenshot from here also, then see how they have solved it and do it. Okay, I asked you to do it. Then I will give you some time, 2 or 3 minutes of time, and then I will send the explanation of this. So if you look at the explanation of this, what they have done, they have drawn a ABCD diagonal, quadrilateral. Then what is BD? Diagonal BD bisects angle B and angle D as well. So that means in this triangle ADC, this is the bisected one, and in this triangle ABC, this is the bisected one. Look at these triangles in this way. Okay, what you have to prove? AB by BC. Where is AB? AB by BC is equals to AD by CD. AD by CD. It is very easy to prove. You see, at first, as because this is angle bisector, then AO by OC, AO by OC will be AD by CD, and again in this triangle, okay, AO by OC will be AB by BC, isn't it? That is the angle bisector theorem. AO by OC will be AD by DC, that is in the triangle ADC, and AO by OC is equals to AB by BC, that is in this triangle. So from in the middle, if you remove the AO by OC, then AB by DC will be equals to AD by DC will be equals to AB by BC. Yes or no? See, that is what AO by OC equals to BA by AC, AO by OC equals to DA by DC. So from equation 1 and equation 2, they have removed the OA by OC or AO by AC, whatever it is, and they have done it like this. So that is what, I hope that you have understood this. Now our next sum is, if the bisector of an angle of a triangle bisects the opposite side, prove that the triangle is isosceles. If the bisector of the angle of a triangle bisects the opposite side, prove that the triangle is isosceles. You have to do this one also, but this one first see my explanation and directly do. If the bisector of an, you have to write the question, draw the diagram and do. If the bisector of the angle of a triangle bisects the opposite side, prove that the triangle is isosceles. it is actually very easy to prove. Suppose this is the bisector which bisects the angle also, internal bisector, and which bisects the side also. That means BD is equals to DC. If BD is equals to DC, don't you think that BD by DC is actually 1? Keep this in mind. Now if you keep this in mind, I can easily explain you things. As because this is internal bisector, so AB by AC is equals to BD by DC. So you will write AB by AC is equals to BD by DC, but accordingly BD is given equals BD by DC is equals to 1. So AB by AC is also equals to 1. So AB is equals to AC. So now if AB is equals to AC, so this is what? Isosceles triangle. As easy as that. So that is what is explained in this way. I hope you have understood. Please do it now. Now we should move in our next sum. In triangle ABC, the bisector of angle B meets AC at D. A line PQ parallel to AC meets AB, BC and BD at PQ and R respectively. Okay, show that this and this. Fine. So what they have said in a triangle, look, this questions drawing you should do by yourself. Okay, try to do by yourself. If you are unable, you can take help, but you have to understand how to do by yourself. When they say that in a triangle ABC, you have to imagine a triangle ABC. This may be your diagram. Just hold on. You have to imagine a triangle ABC like this. Okay, if they have taken a triangle ABC, you imagine a triangle ABC like this. Then what they have said? They have said the bisector of angle B meets AC at D. The bisector of angle B meets AC at D. Fine. Okay. Then a line PQ parallel to AC. A line PQ parallel to AC meets AB, BC and BD. Okay, that means it is passing like this, meeting all the lines. Meeting AB, BC and BD. Okay. AB, BC and BD at P, Q and R. So P, Q and R. So that means P, Q and R. They have mentioned respectively. At P in the AB, Q in the BC and R in the BD. Now you go for the question that they have PR dot BQ is equals to QR dot BP. PR dot BQ, wow, PR dot BQ is equals to QR dot BP. QR dot BP. That PR dot BQ is equals to QR QR QR. This is QR dot PB. What is this? This is so actually PR. Bring QR down. PB by BQ. So it is as because this is the angle bisector. PB by BQ is equals to PR by RQ or QR. That is as simple as that to know. Okay. I hope you understand that, because this in this small triangle this happens. Then they have asked AB into CQ is equals to BC into AP. AB into CQ. Wow. AB, now this is tough. AB into CQ, BC into AP. BC into AP. Fine. But actually I want to mention that what will happen is, actually you will get AB, they have asked you AB into CQ though is equals to BC into AP though, then you bring AB by BC down. Why will you do that? Because you know you can get relation from here. AB by BC will be equals to CD by DA, right? You will get AD by DC. AB by BC you will get AD by DC. Now you have just to show that AD by DC is also equals to here, so you will get AB by BC. So you are getting AP by CQ. Under AP CQ is coming. But I just told you that AB by BC, you must get AD by DC. then how can you convert this AD by DC to AP by CQ? That is your fact of thought in this particular sum. Okay, so what do you think about it, or how to convert it? So let's see what they have done. As because PQ is parallel to AC, you will get AB by AP, AB by AP, that is equals to CB by CQ. Oh my god, they have done it in a much more simpler way. I thought it is some complex sum. Oh my god. I thought this is a complex sum. This is simple Thales theorem ka sum. I was thinking about the, what we can say, I was actually thinking about the angle bisector theorem. So I thought that something linking should be there, and it will be a little bit difficult or something like that. I did not see only. It is AB. You see, I actually anticipated by bringing AB by BC, AB by BC. Why? Because angle bisector is there. So I anticipated that it will be AD by DC and something I'll link and try to prove it. Because if I bring BC under AB, I automatically get AP and CQ. That's why I said this linking thing. But you don't have to link only. See, sometimes it is very simple. It is Thales theorem. AB by AP, obviously AB by AP, AB by AP must be equals to BC, by QC. So you directly get it, right? Now you do AB into QC or CQ and BC into AP, which will give you this. So I hope you have understood. This is the easier one. I was expecting something hard. Sorry. Okay, our next sum is in triangle ABC. If AD is the bisector of angle A, prove that area of triangle ABD is equals to AB and area of triangle ACD is equals to BC. So this is ABC triangle, and okay, let us draw this. Okay, unless we draw geometry, it doesn't come in our brain. In triangle ABC, if AD is the bisector of angle A, in triangle, what they have said, in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, if AD is the bisector of angle A, AD is the bisector of angle A, fine. Then prove that area of ABD, area of triangle ABD, that is this triangle, divided by area of triangle ACD, that is this triangle, is equals to actually how much they have said, AB by AC, AB by AC. So AB by AC. Now how to do that? Actually what you have to do is, you have to draw a perpendicular from here. So let this be the perpendicular, okay? Then because they have said about area, I will draw the perpendicular. Area of triangle ABD will be equals to half into, let the perpendicular be x, half into x into DC, half into base into height. And area of triangle ACD will also be equals to half into x into, but the base will be BD. Now you have already learned from me in class 9 that it may be so that in some cases the perpendicular may lie outside the triangle, and this may be the perpendicular, and from here to here this may be the base. Okay, from here to here this may be the base. That can be the situation. So that is what is happening here. The x is the perpendicular and BD is the base for the triangle ABD. Now if you divide it from both sides, half x will be cancelled. So you will get DC by BD, right? You will get DC by BD. But as because this is the angle bisector, DC by BD must also be equals to, here I have done a mild mistake. I have written triangle ABD. When I have written ABD, I have written half into x into DC. That should be angle ADC. In Talagura I did that mistake, I am sorry. ADC, it will be half into x into DC, okay? And ADB, triangle ADB, it will be half into x into BD. Same explanation. So now we will get what? DC by BD of triangle what? ABC by triangle A, oh sorry, it should be, I am again doing mistake, it should be a triangle ADC. This triangle, no, name is not important, I have just meant to be this triangle. Triangle ADC equals to half into x into DC, half into x into DC, and triangle ADB is equals to half into x into BD, half into x into BD. Okay, so you get DC by BD in case of area of triangle ADC by area of triangle ADB. I hope that you have understood up to this much. Now DC by BD, as because this is angle bisector, DC by BD should be equals to AC by AB. So in that place you can put AC by AB properly. Okay, and you can do the sum properly and show me. So your proof has come. You can see this particular question. The bisector of the angles B and C of a triangle ABC meet the opposite sides D and E respectively. If DE is parallel to BC, prove that the triangle is isosceles. Suppose this question is given to you and you have to draw the triangle. The bisectors of angle B and C of a triangle ABC meet the opposite sides D and E respectively. Okay, fine. So what is said? The bisectors of angle of triangle ABC. So there should be a triangle ABC. So there is a triangle ABC. Fine. Now what they have said? They have said the bisector of angle B and C. They have said the bisector of angle B and C meet the opposite sides D and E respectively. Bisector of B meets at D and bisector of C meets at E respectively, meet the opposite side. If DE is parallel to BC, prove that the triangle is isosceles. If DE is parallel to BC, prove that the triangle is isosceles. So how can you do it? See, at first, as because this is the angle bisector, if you look at the triangle from this side, BAC, so you get AB by BC, AB by BC is equals to AD by DC. Fine. Next you get, suppose this keep as 1. Next in equation 2 you get, if you look from this side, C is the bisector, so AC by BC, AC by BC is actually equals to, again, AC by BC, AC by BC is equals to AE by EB, right or wrong? AE by EB. Now ED is parallel to BC, so by Thales theorem you get AE by BE or EB, whatever it is equals to AD by DC. This by this is equals to this by this. So AD by DC actually equals to E by AB, right or wrong? So AB by BC is equals to AC by BC. AB by BC is equals to AC by BC from 1, 2 and 3. So BC cancel. What you get? AB is equals to AC, as simple as that. AB is equals to AB is equals to AC. So proved. Now this is a very easy sum. Just the sum like the previous sum just I have explained. Whereas the diagram is different, this is different. You can use your book or you can take screenshot from here and please do this sum without seeing, with seeing, by your convenience. Okay, try to understand. Okay, now in the middle of the sums I'll prove the converse of internal angle bisector theorem. Okay, I'll prove the converse of internal angles, the converse of internal angle bisector theorem. This is what we will prove. So what was angle bisector theorem? If there is an angle bisector, if this angle is already bisected, you get this by this equals to this by this, that you have proved. So in the converse you will be given, if in a triangle ABC, a line AD, if in a triangle ABC, a line AD divides BC in such a way that AB by AC is equals to BD by DC, AB by AC equals to BD by DC, then angle AD is bisector of angle A, means ulta. Their bisector was given, you have to prove this in that theorem, in the converse theorem. That is, the result is just it is the converse, means if converse means there you have known that this is given the bisector, and you have known that if it is a bisector, then I can apply in my mind that this by this equals to this by this. Here no, here you have given no, this by this is equals to this by this, and according to that you have to think that if it is given, okay, by chance you find this by this equals to this by this, then you have to think that this is a bisector. So you have to prove also that. So suppose your given is in this triangle ABC, okay, it is your given is that whatever here it is said, AB by AC is equals to BD by DC. Fine. Then what you have to prove, that this is the bisector, means angle 1 is equals to angle 2 you have to prove. Here, there what construction you did? You did a parallel construction, right? Here you will not do a parallel construction. Here just a line which is equals to AC, you will draw, extend it to such an extent that it becomes equals to AC. Name it AE. Okay, and join it like this. When you do so, you have already constructed what? AE equals to AC. AE equals to AC is according to your construction. You have ichha kore pulled it like this, and so automatically angle 3 and angle 4 becomes equal. Why angle 3 and angle 4 becomes equal? Because they are angles lying to the equal sides of a triangle. That's why they are equal. So as because 3 is equals to 4. Now that is not the main factor. Main factor is that when this becomes equals to this, 3 equals to 4 পরে use করলে চলবে. When this A equals becomes equals to what we can say AC, then I can modify this AB by AC জায়গায় I can write AE, and I can get BD by DC. So AB by AC is equals to BD by DC. তাহলে if you notice this triangle, if you notice this triangle, borrow triangle, then this by this equals to this by this, then definitely this is parallel to this. Yes or no? If this is parallel to this, then this angle 2 is equals to 3 alternate interior angle. কেন প্যারালাল হলো? বাই কনভার্স অফ থেলস থিওরাম। কনভার্স অফ থেলস থিওরামে কি বলে যে এটা যদি এটা বাই এটা ইকুয়ালস টু এটা বাই এটা দেখা দিতে পারো, তাহলে এটার সাথে এটা প্যারালাল। দিস কনভার্স অফ থেলস থিওরাম, তো তাই করছো, এটার সাথে এটা বাই এটা, এটা বাই এটা দেখাচ্ছিল, এটার সাথে প্যারালাল। তাই 2 ইকুয়ালস টু 3 হয়ে গেল, আর 1 ইকুয়ালস টু 4 হয়ে গেল। কিন্তু 3 আর 4 আগের থেকে ইকুয়াল ছিল, তাই জন্য 1 আর 2 ইকুয়াল, দেয়ারফর প্রুভ দ্যাট ইট ইজ দ্য বাইসেক্টর। অ্যাজ সিম্পল অ্যাজ দ্যাট। Okay, let's put this theorem to you as a challenge. Let's see who can do it or not. The external bisector of an angle, external bisector means, suppose the triangle is there, so this is the external angle, this is the external bisector. Okay, so what they have said, the external bisector of an angle divides the opposite sides externally in the ratio of the sides containing the angle. ইন্টারনালি ডিভাইড করেন এক্সটার্নালি, মানে এটা এরকম, এই যে এ বি সি একটা ট্রায়াঙ্গেল, এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা এর এক্সটার্নাল অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে ডিভাইড করে এখানে এসে মিট করছে। তো যেখানে এসে মিট করবে আর কি, এটা যেমন এটা নিয়ে গিয়ে এটা ভালো করে দেখানো হলো না, এখানে আমি ছোট্ট করে এখানে আঁকবো, দাঁড়া আমি খাতায় আঁকবো। মানে এরকম ধর এটা ট্রায়াঙ্গেল, তো একটা এক্সটার্নাল অ্যাঙ্গেল আছে, এক্সটার্নাল অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে বাইসেট করছে। তো বাইসেট করছে, কোথাও না কোথাও গিয়ে তো মিট করবে এক্সটার্নালি। এই যে এটাকে এক্সটেন্ড যদি করতে থাকিস, কোথাও না কোথাও গিয়ে তো মিট করবে। তাহলে বলছে এইটা বাই এইটা, তো এটা হচ্ছে এক্সটার্নাল ডিভিশন, ঠিক আছে। ইজিক্যালস টু কন্টেনিং দ্য অ্যাঙ্গেল, এই অ্যাঙ্গেল দুটাকে কন্টেন করে কে? এটা আর এটা, ইকুয়ালস টু এটা বাই এটা, ঠিক আছে। ঠিক সেরকমই তাহলে এটাতে কী হবে, এই যেমন কোন অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে বাইসেক্ট করছে, কোন অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে বাইসেক্ট করছে, এই এক্সটার্নাল অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে বাইসেক্ট করছে, এ কে কন্টেন্ট করতেছে, এ কে কন্টেন্ট করতেছে এ বি আর এসি। যে বাইসেক্ট করছে সে এক্সটেন্ড করে এখানে সে মিট করতেছে, তার মানে কী হবে বিডি বাই সিডি, বিডি বাই সিডি এক্সটার্নাল রেশিও, কোনোটাই এক্সটার্নাল, বিডি বাই সিডি ইকুয়ালস টু তোর এবি বাই এসি আসতে হবে। কীভাবে আসতে হবে বুঝাই দিলাম, কি আসতে হবে, কীভাবে আসতে হবে এটা তোর চ্যালেঞ্জ, বই তোর সামনে আছে, তুই স্ক্রিনশট নিতে পারিস, নিজে বুঝে এটা কর, না বুঝতে পারলে আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস কর। अभी देखो कुछ ऐसा बात, ऐसा 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 कोई गया है, तो ये 1 मीटर गया होगा, ये 2 मीटर गया होगा, ये 0.5 मीटर गया होगा या 5.5 मीटर गया होगा। इसके लिए इसको 1 सेकेंड लगा होगा, इसके लिए इसको 2 सेकेंड लगा होगा, इसके लिए इसको 3 सेकेंड लगा होगा, इसके लिए इसको 1 सेकेंड लगा होगा। तो एक्चुअली बात ये है कि अगर आप टोटल डिस्टेंस बाई टोटल टाइम कर दोगे 1 + 2 + 3 + 0.5 + 5.5, तो 3 नहीं है, 1 + 2 + 0.5 + 5.5, तो आपका हो गया 3 और 5.5 और 0.6 तो 9। टाइम आपका लग गया 1 2 5 6 सेकेंड्स, 9 मीटर बाई 6 सेकेंड्स, तो आपका हो गया 3/2 मीटर पर सेकेंड, यानी 1.5 मीटर पर सेकेंड। तो आपने 1.5 मीटर पर सेकेंड के गति से गया है टोटल, ठीक है, ये आपका हो गया स्पीड, इसमें डायरेक्शन की कोई बात ही नहीं है, ठीक है, ये टोटल डिस्टेंस बाई टोटल टाइम। तो अगर लेकिन आप यहाँ से यहाँ डायरेक्ट जाते और ये अगर 4 मीटर होती तो आपका वेलोसिटी हो जाता 4 बाई, कितना टाइम लगा है, 6 सेकंड्स टाइम लगा है, क्योंकि ऐसे ऐसे जाने में भी 6 सेकंड्स टाइम लगा है, लेकिन जस्ट आपका डिस्प्लेसमेंट, जैसे आप ऐसे जब जाते हो तो आपका डिस्प्लेसमेंट तो ये हुआ ना एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में, तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट बाय टाइम 4/6 ही करूँगा, तो 2/3 मीटर पर सेकेंड। देखिए कितना अलग आया, लेकिन हाँ वेलोसिटी में एक डायरेक्शन है क्योंकि ये डिस्प्लेसमेंट बाय टाइम है।